Hello there. We are live for Mindset Monday. And I'm getting on a little earlier this week because I've been getting on after the Zoom Mindset Monday. And by then, child, my eyes are dim. And this is, trying to see these slides and all that type of stuff has just been super difficult. So I decided to get on the live before Mindset Monday, which starts tonight at 6:30 on the Zoom, and go ahead and knock some things out. And so tonight is our fourth and final week of Mindset Monday. I decided to do this last year, looking into 2023 and what I could do to go deeper with my goals and some of my clients' goals and things of that nature, and thought that I would do some group coaching in January, calling it Mindset Monday. And it has been amazing. So tonight is our finale. We're going to do our vision boards, but we're not doing vision boards like you have possibly done vision boards in the past. So if you're on with me, I cannot see it in the chat. So if you will say hi and tell me your name so that I can know that you're there and know who's with me on this little Mindset Monday summary. So what I'm going to do today, because we're doing our vision boards and that's going to be more in the moment, if you will, and not so much something that I can do here because you probably are already planning to do a vision board. Hi there, whoever that is. It just says Facebook user until you tell me your name. And so what I want you to do is what I want to do here is I'm going to go over some vision board do's and don'ts and just talk about whatever. Hey, Nikki. And so just going to talk about whatever your vision boards are. Hey, Lisa. Now we still getting on our Zoom at 6:30. This is just a summary. So this will be some extra credit for you guys. I hope you're working on your vision board. Okay, so vision board, BOARD, believe, organize, accountability, reality, and destiny. That I took that acronym and tried to make it such that, hey, Tammy, tried to make it such that we could do something different. You know how you go to those vision board parties? We've all been there, and you're one of three women at a vision board party. One, you're a crafty person. So you are coming and it's all about making the most beautiful board you can imagine. And so you are in those magazines, you got your scissors, you got your double stick tape, you got your glue, you brought ribbon, you already rent and bought things to make your vision board amazing. And so for you, it's about the craftiness of your vision board. And so you fill it with all of this beauty and all of this greatness in the look and the schematic of it. And you may or may not do something that's on there, but it was really about the craftiness of making this beautiful vision board so that you can say, ta-da, here's mine. Isn't it nice? And so, we have that person at the vision board party. Then we have the person at the vision board party who is all about the snacks, all about whatever we're just eating. So I'm just going to come over here. We just got off the fast. And so I'm trying to have all the chicken wings and all the cheese dip and the charcuterie that I can get to. And so it's about snacks. So that person is just kind of snacking and grazing and talking and all of that and not really making their stuff for their vision board. They didn't bring anything. They didn't bring anything to eat. And they didn't bring anything to put on their board. So there's that person. Don't be that person, by the way. And then finally, there's the person that they just really want to be with their girls. They're there for the fellowship. It's there. They want to see what their girls come up with, but it's not really about them making and digging into a vision board for themselves. So if you've been to a party and you've been one of those three and you made this beautiful board and it didn't get done, then I'm talking to you because this vision board that we're going to make tonight or that you can make is going to be something executable. First of all, you're going to be intentional about what you put on there. It's not going to be this big craft project. Instead, it's going to be no more than 5 things. No more than 5 things that you're looking at for the year. One of those things you're going to put in the center of your board. Whatever you put in the center of your board, you're going to be accountable to the people at your vision board party that you're going to complete that thing within 30 days of the vision board party. So put in the center something that you can complete in 1 month. Give yourself a month. Then you take the motivation and the whoo, I did it from that and let it drive you to those other 4 things. Okay. Being methodical about what you put in the center and something that is achievable. Okay. So I just want to share one of my boards from, I made this vision board. Oh, it's kind of distorted. Anyway, but I made this vision board at one of those where I was just really trying to be fellowshipping. So I put all the little, they had all of these crafty things. And so I stuck all these things on here. That vision board, when I came back from the party, I put it over in the corner in my office here. And that's where that was last year about this same time. And I just picked it up to make this point that when you go into a vision board party with any other reason except to make a vision board that you will in fact execute, this is what happens. Okay. So once you get your vision board done, these next few slides are meant to encourage you. So we're just going to fly through them. They're in no particular order, but this is what you need when you are doing your vision board, because it's Mindset Monday. If you go into your vision, go into your year, go into what you're trying to execute with the same mindset that you had in 22, 21, and God forbid 20, when we had all this, oh, it's vision, 2020 vision, da 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 da, until the pandemic hit. And then everybody's vision went out the door. So we had to create something that was sustainable in that nonsense, right? So I want you to be encouraged. So let's hit it, right? So I'm going to maximize the screen and minimize me. First of all, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Maya Angelou. It's several things are going to happen once you create this vision board where you're going to get discouraged, where you're going to say, oh, I can't do it. You know, the moment you stick that image on that board, something is going to try to come at you to try to shift your thinking concerning that. Don't let it happen. You can't control what comes at you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Okay. Next, we all make sure that our phones are plugged up at night, right? We go we wake up in a sweat. Oh, did I plug my phone up? Because we don't want our phones to die. So a battery at 100% is a huge thing that we try to make sure that we have accomplished. We hate when our phone goes dead. But in our spiritual walk, in our prayer life, that could be at 10%. And nobody's going, we're not stressing about that. But so we should have that same energy about making sure that phone is plugged in, to making sure that we're plugged in with the Lord. Because if you don't access God in the things that you see for your life, if you don't access Him and allow Him to strengthen you in those things, you guys see, I have on my little workout gear. That's because today I asked God on yesterday, God, help me to get into this fitness mindset. Help me to want to get into it. And so this morning I got up, I got my things on. I went to Edna's and did a private yoga session for an hour. And then I went and walked for 30 minutes. And I tell you, that made me feel so good just because I set my mind to it and I did it. And so I just stayed in it because now I'm motivated to move some more. So who knows? I may do a little dance-a-thon before Mindset Monday tonight. You never know. Why? Because I took that energy and gave it to God, right? And so God then helped me to do what I needed to do today. All right. So making sure that when your vision and to keep that mindset together, that you're accessing God so that you're not over here in this 10% state in your spiritual walk. Okay. Tenacity. So tenacity is the quality of being very determined, persistent forward, momentum with a game plan. You see, the tenacity is not just being persistent, it's being persistent with a game plan to never stop trying to achieve a goal, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. So, tenacity, the difference between I'm determined and tenacity is I'm determined and I have a plan for being determined. I'm determined and I have a goal for I have already thought through a plan for my setback. I'm already going to have some things in place to keep me from, if I have to fall, then I get right on back up. That's tenacity. That's the difference. You need that. We all need that. Okay. Next, limits only exist in your mind. That's where the limits are. They're right here. That's a mindset. When your mindset is here, that's all I can see. Like with my hands like this, I can only see a sliver of this screen. It's when I do this that I can see the whole thing. The limits are in my mind. And so when you put those limitations at God's feet, He will help you to see the limitlessness of what you can do. All right. Next, now I'm going to open this up so you can see this. Okay, so I want you to look at this. Is about mindset. The mindset between failing and calling yourself a failure. Okay, so over on the left, you see that failing is an event. Failing is something that we all do. We have all failed at something, right? The difference between looking at it as I'm a failure is that we looked at the event of a fail of that was failed and we focused on that event and not on the person who failed us, right? That's a mindset. So this is the difference. So when you look at the event, so here's something, he's walking along, there's an obstacle or an event right in front of him, right? And he is walking up on it and he looks at it and then he trips. Okay, so the this was a temporary thing when you look at it as an event. Yes, he tripped. Yes, he came up on this thing that he didn't get past. But then in the tripping, we're going down this list on the left of failing. It shows you um it shows you stretching the limits, because see how he had to readjust how he was walking in order to recover from falling there, right? And then what happens once he did make that trip and failed in that event? He was able to have an opportunity to learn. So look at failing versus being a failure. And so now the thing that failed, the object of the failure is on the event and not you. Okay, so then when you look at yourself as a failure, it's when something has happened and you have had an event where you failed. But when you pay attention to yourself as being a failure, then that's a mindset. And see where the circle is in that person's mind, then that's permanent. It's not temporary, because it's you just waiting on the next event to fail, because now you believe you're a failure. And then it looks at it shows you gave up. So right then you just stopped, didn't even get to the edge or to be able to keep going. And then you sat down because now you have the end of learning. So you can't learn from it because you never even tried it, because you would see yourself as a failure. You get it? So these are things that can hinder you with your vision board and the things that you have for your life. What are you thinking about yourself? The thing that failed before, that was the thing that failed before, not you a failure. Okay. Next, I just pulled up some old Motivation Mondays. You may have seen these before, but they are worth repeating. The distance between accomplished and attempted is just doing some part. Then repeat. You got this and God's got you. So the difference between getting it done and attempting to get it done is getting some of it done, right? So just get started. Just get started. Next, look at this. You are beautiful, victorious. You are enough. You are created. You are strong. You are amazing. You are capable. You are chosen. You are never alone. and you are loved. And so this has scriptures along with it. I'm going to get that out to my ladies tonight in the Zoom. Okay. Next Motivation Monday says from Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So you know my saying, don't dim your shine. And shine is what? It is the special happening inside nobody else. So if you don't do it, it won't get done because it's your shine and it's supposed to happen inside. It's coming up out of you. Okay. Don't dim your shine, sis. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Next, behold, I will do something new. Now it will spring forth. Will you not be aware of it? I will even make a roadway in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. That's Isaiah 43:18. Doesn't that encourage you? He is doing a new thing in us, sis, and he can't do a new thing with an old mindset. If y'all hear what I'm saying and you enjoying this, I need to see you saying something in the chat to encourage somebody else when they watch the replay. Okay, next, the temptation to quit, because when you get this vision board done, you might have a temptation to quit, will be greatest just before you are about to succeed. That's a Chinese proverb. Just before you have a victory, you have the unction to quit because it's going to get the hardest right before there. And so you want to make sure that you move past that little momentary temptation to quit so that you can finish what God has started. Okay. Next, this is why we labor and strive, because we have put our hope in the living God, who is the Savior of all people, and especially of those who believe. 1 Timothy 4:10. Do you have goals? Do you have God goals? Then you need to go with God. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And everybody knows that's Jeremiah 29:11. Here's another one. So Exodus 40:31 says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up on wings like eagles. They will run and not faint. They will walk and not be faint. They will run and not be weary. They will run and not faint. So my motivation says run on, walk on, briskly or slowly, even if your knees are killing you. Keep moving forward. Don't get weary. Due season is around the bend. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Sometimes progress is just the fact that you didn't go backward. Sometimes it was just the fact that you didn't turn around. So thank God for the sense to just stay where you are. And you got goals, you got God goals, so then you need to go. And Michael J. Fox says, I believe purpose is something for which one is responsible. It's not just divinely assigned. In other words, yes, God put purpose in you, but your free will makes up the unction of you to either do it or not. He can't make you live out your purpose. The graveyard is full of purpose that went untapped. And next, this is just three right next to each other, but I want to zone in on the middle one because this was Audrey Hepburn, and it was just so funny. It says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Isn't that so cute? I don't know if you guys have heard that before, but that's Audrey Hepburn. So when you look back, you want to thank God for what he's doing. And as you look forward, you want to trust him for what you just look back and thanked him for, because the same God, if he did it then, he can do it again, right? So then I think this might be our last one. Yes, Lamentations. This is our last one. 3:22 to 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I am encouraged by that. His mercies never end, they never stop. And in order for you to get what you need to get done off of that vision board, we need those new mercies every day to just make us get out the bed and put one foot in front of the other to do what thus saith the Lord for our life concerning us. Amen. Hey, Carol. Carol says that she is pushing herself. And Carol, you are doing amazing. I've been seeing your videos. You are awesome. And so I am so proud of you. So that's it, guys. This is Motivation Monday. I'm sorry, it's not Motivation Monday, but we had some motivation today. It's Mindset Monday. And today's Mindset Monday was all just meant. We went through 20 different slides to be able to encourage and speak into your life what thus saith the Lord. And so we will accomplish the things that you put on your vision board. Don't overwhelm it with crafts. Don't go for the chicken wings. Don't go for the fellowship. Go for the fact that you want to make a board that does what you have said. The things that you put on your board, that you are accountable to someone about them, that you believe God that you can accomplish them, that they are part of your destiny and your purpose, and that you will organize your thoughts around it. You will get a plan together to make it happen. Do what, and that it will be realistic, that it'll be a realistic plan. You already know if you super duper busy right now, you can't have a board with 20 things on it. No way. So you need to maybe have a board of stuff that you taking off. That's what that might be what the vision of removing and stopping some stuff. How about that? So thanks so much for joining. Share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so I'm so excited for our Mindset Monday. Ladies, those that are joining me tonight on the Zoom, I will see you at 6:30. Oh, good to see you, Sands.